I couldn't see that with my glasses on, sorry. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here Wednesday, December 10th for our 6 o'clock town board meeting. Clerk, could you please read the roll call?
Councilman Migan?
Here.
Councilwoman Snow?
Here.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Here.
Councilman McCarthy? Supervisor Schmidt?
Here. Please stand and follow us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, our first item on the agenda tonight will be a presentation from Julian Parker on his all-access trail. Julian, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Schmidt. So my name is Julian, and a few years back, I presented the idea of an all-access trail, a trail where anyone could get access into the woods, including those who may have a disability. I am very happy about the recent completion of the all-access trail and how the Pawling community came together to make this project happen. I really appreciate all the hard work that went into this all-access trail project. I would like to thank those who helped and supported this all-access trail project, along with sharing a quick video I made about some photos of the project. The first few images you will see shows Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Wendell, and myself planning out the all-access trail. In the next few images, all the framing for the concrete forms that are shown was done by Mr. Mike, and I enjoyed helping with the raking of the gravel, along with making sure to protect the tree roots from the concrete. When we leveled the concrete after it was poured, the Lakeside Park maintenance crew, led by Mr. Vinny and Mr. Rendell, made sure it was level and was edged and textured. We poured the concrete in 2 goes to make sure expansion joints were added to further protect the all-access trail and the woods around it. I now would like to thank the following people who have worked with me on this project. Mr. Schmidt, Mr. McCarthy, the Town of Pawling Board, Mrs. Robin Brianna, Mr. Wendell Weber, the Lakeside Park Maintenance Crew, including Mr. Mike Pitts, Mr. Trevor Glendover, Mr. Vinny DeMarco, Mr. Jay Dickinson, Mr. Craig Allen, Mrs. Vicky Figueroa, and the very supportive local community. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
With you. And, you got right in there too. I know some of the folks saw it, but, Julian got right out there when it was raking gravel. He was helping trowel the concrete. So it was nice to see you be involved all the way through, even on the construction end of it.
Thank you. And you have been so supportive, Mr. Schmidt, in making this happen. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Our pleasure. Thank you, Julian. The next item on the agenda will be the presentation from Jameson Bucks on his Eagle Scout project. I think you get taller every time I see you. Holy smokes. How are you tonight?
Good. How have you been?
Very well, thank you.
Well, I would like to present my Eagle Scout project, which would be me constructing some picnic tables with a checker/chessboard constructed on top, as well as some benches for the pickleball court. Now, the store the pieces for the chess/checkerboard, there would be a drawer underneath the table. Have all the pieces. Now, some of the supplies will be supplied by Mr. Weber. And the rest of the supplies could come from donations from local hardware companies.
Mhm.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. When would you look to start this project?
Hopefully in the early spring.
And how long do you have to complete it?
I have until I hit 18, so I have another over.
Okay. Where would you do the construction of these tables and shelves?
On these tables, they could be done at the lakeside itself, or they can be transported from my house.
Okay. Do you have a tentative completion date of when you think you'd have it done? Do you have a target?
It shouldn't take too long to build, so I'd probably say within
Oh,
being
okay.
started.
Excellent. Anything from the board?
I think it's
Thank
great.
you. Thank you for your service. It's really wonderful when we have Eagle Scout projects come. So thank you for your time and your talent too. Thank you.
Jameson, one quick question. How many tables?
It's going to be 2 or 3.
But very nice.
Yeah, it's nice that most of the Eagle Scout projects, a lot of times they seem to revolve around the park and stuff, which is great that everyone's chipping in and doing something there. Do you need a resolution from us or anything to allow this? Nancy, you think so?
The council or no?
It doesn't
No,
hurt.
right?
Yeah, I
Well,
guess.
all right. So I'll make a motion to accept the Eagle Scout project of tables and shelving, right, in the chairs
Benches.
and benches to be completed. You think it'd be completed next year? So we'll say to be completed in 2026. All right, and they'll be displayed at the pickleball courts at Lakeside Park. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion from the board? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good
Thank
luck.
you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yes, you too. Sweet.
I apologize for this cold. I have 3 young kids at home, so I can never seem to escape it nowadays. I see what all you folks lived through for a long time with young kids. The next item on the agenda will be acknowledgement of minutes for the November 5th meeting. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. And I'll make a motion for the acceptance of November 12th. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item, privilege of the floor with respect to agenda items only, and in with a comment regarding agenda items. Come on up, state your name and address for the record, and keep your comments around 3 minutes. How are you, Mr. Hill?
Robert Hill, North Quaker Building. This is very quick. On the dollar values, there's a description of planning contractual, 725,000, 705,000. What is that in reference to?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hill, where are you looking?
Yes, that's it.
Planning and contractual budget line. Christine's making a deduction of a decrease of 20,000.
What is the 700,000?
Christine, where is that going to?
It was just a transfer so that we can buy more salt.
Oh, is that all? Oh, okay, fine. Okay, excellent. That's all I
You got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Robert Bergdahl, live on Sheridan Drive. I'm here to represent the Conservation Advisory Board, joined by Mark Shipkin, Marie Vedder this evening. Wanted to just come express our appreciation that the Climate Smart Communities pledge is on the resolutions for this evening. It was something that we initially obviously discussed with the planning board, and we were happy to get their referral. Regarding this specific resolution as it stands this evening, we actually like to request that it be tabled. The Climate Smart Communities program requires that in order to join the program, a certain part of their model resolution needs to be adopted verbatim. So although this resolution does make reference to the 10-point New York State Climate Smart Communities pledge, they require that those 10 points be specifically enumerated in the resolution that is adopted. Or really not very much language, so it's just this portion I can forward as well. But The whereas statements, that is really up to us as to, what we want those to be, but they are quite specific that that is something that they want if we're going to be joining that.
In the resolutions.
Correct, yes.
So it's okay for you if this gets tabled till January?
Yes, I was saying we don't have any particular urgency for this. There's no grants that we're pursuing with it right now, but it is a program that we would like to join so that we can start really ticking off boxes in terms of accomplishments we've already completed, trying to get a higher status in the program, and then be more competitive when things do come around.
Great.
Great.
So I don't know if there were any questions as well regarding the letter from the planning board. That was, I think, pretty specific in terms of all,
No, that's fantastic. Thanks for bringing it to our attention as well.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't hold up you guys or applying for grants in 2026, we're fine to table it, I'm sure.
So I just have one question. What else do we need beside that verbiage that you have right there? Bullet points.
That is really it. The whereas statements that are the preamble, that's up to us. They do have a model resolution we can take or leave, but it's hereby resolved. They wanted to list those specific 10 goals.
And we,
Yeah, please.
The only other requirements are listed in the letter you all received from the planning board, and they are not about the verbiage of the resolution. They're actually about action items like that. Y'all need to appoint a liaison or someone who's in charge of communication. I forget the details of it, but that's in there. So I think it's 3 or 4 specific requirements, most of which we don't really have to pay attention to because advisory board sort of covers it. But that is in there as well as a requirement.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can have it back on for your reorg meeting then.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, moving along, we'll go to resolutions. Oh, come on up.
Nicholas Lawson, Maine. Okay, so I currently work in the Pawling aftercare program where I do the after-school program from 3:30 to 6 every day. And after receiving my first paycheck in September at the beginning of the school year, I was shocked by how little the total amount was before leaving. Especially considering how physically and emotionally demanding crazy every day. And so when I brought up my concern about being paid below minimum wage, another employee who is my age, works the same role, informed me that she makes $2.50 more than me per hour. And so I was being paid $12.50 an hour, $3 below minimum wage, and $15 an hour, which is still below minimum wage by 50 cents. So I contacted Danielle in the office about the issue, and she informed me that she had forwarded the matter to her supervisors. And that conversation took place on October 9th, which is now over 2 months ago. And nothing's been changed. I was paid today, and it was for $12.50 an hour. What I believe happened is that the pay rate was never up. And all the hours that are on my current checks are combined with the hours I work. And so I kept all the hours. In New York State, summer camp counselors can legally be paid below minimum wage, but this exemption programs that run more than 17 weeks in the year. But my coworker, Ashlyn Shea, is making $12.50 an hour. And then, as I mentioned before, my other coworker, Katie Garrett, low minimum wage. So I'm hoping that by being here tonight, this issue will finally be addressed with both the correction of our hourly wages going forward and the back pay we're owed for past hours worked before minimum wage. That back pay can't be provided. I, of course, have to contact. Back pay is my legal right. And so also New York's minimum wage is increasing $16 an hour soon. So I hope this also doesn't become an issue that I have to come to the board meeting to this increase. And before I finish, I just want to ask whether or not there has been any progress in hiring a new recreation director. because the program has been deteriorating without one. As an employee, I've experienced bullying and harassment by another employee, and I've also witnessed bullying and harassment by another employee. And many parents have also expressed their numerous concerns about their children being bullied or even physically hurt. And a lot of these problems would be a lot easier addressed with the proper leadership. And a lot of recent rule changes and staffing decisions have made working there fairly difficult. So, no. Finding children in and out, which just slows everything down, makes the day harder. And I know Justine Gray was here a couple weeks ago, but we're no longer allowed to take the children to the playground when it's nice out. I don't know where these.
Did you speak with Danielle about the pay issues
Yeah.
from the camp counselor to the other programming you're doing now?
Yeah, so it's, my checks say summer camp, but now
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's $12.50
Mm-hmm.
instead of $15.50. But I brought it up 2 months ago and it changed.
Is Ashley also a counselor at the camp?
Mm-hmm.
So same situation?
There's a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And how about Katie?
She makes $15.
Was she a camp counselor?
Yeah, no, she wasn't a camp counselor. That's why hers is still under minimum wage. That's
Mhm.
why.
Yeah, I knew the exemption existed for municipalities within the camp times, but I didn't realize it wasn't carrying. I didn't realize that it didn't carry over, so I'm surprised that Danielle didn't come in and meet with the bookkeeping department or us to speak with
It's
about
for
that. Did she?
programs that are 17.
Christine's our bookkeeper, so we're going to get her feedback on this.
I mean, we're pretty much aware of this. This has been going on for a while, but my office has no authority just to change people's wages. It has to come from recreation. I think the problem is that there's nobody at the helm.
Oh, so they have to submit a form to you?
You just have to submit a form, and we've, enumerated that multiple times.
Okay, that has been requested.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll make sure we get this. Did you guys receive any paperwork or forms from the record department?
No.
Nothing.
Danielle said that she contacted.
Okay. Those are sent over via email, so there's a timestamp on them and all that stuff? They are? Okay, great. We will get on this right away. All right? Thank you. Hey, Steph, can we make sure we just re-forward those forms and whatever emails, whatever dates they are, let's re-forward those to Danielle as well? Because as the assistant rec director, she should be, that's, even though there's nobody there right now, that's the whole purpose of an assistant rec director, to step up when their other rec director is gone. So let's just get those over with the dates from all the times they've been sent over, so we can make sure we get this squared away with you folks right away, okay? All right, seeing no others, we'll move on to resolutions. The first resolution will be 144, budget amendments for fiscal year 2025. These are on every single month for folks to see. Christine, thanks for always putting these charts together so everyone can see the revenues, our incomes, and our expenses and whatnot. And thanks for keeping the town finances as strong as they are. I'll make a motion for resolution 144.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Migan.
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow.
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy.
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt.
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt. Aye. 144 carries. 146, budget amendments fiscal year 2026. I'll make a motion for resolution 145, excuse me. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just a question. Just because it states here that in order to cover the wages, it's coming out of paving, will we be able to put that money back into the paving budget for 2026?
I wouldn't know that until 2026. You would just monitor it month to month like we've done in the past. Like earlier this year, we had extra monies in, so we put more money into paving. That's something you'll have to monitor month to month like you do here already, and just see what your expenses are. A lot of it are probably determined too on what kind of winter you have, obviously sand and salt costs and things of that nature. So that would have to be looked at. I would just do it just like you've been doing it, honestly. Month to month amendments, or this way nothing sneaks up on you, and you can track it all the way through the way we have. That's really going to be the easiest way for you to see you wouldn't be able to make that adjustment. I would think I wouldn't look at making those adjustments till you're out of the winter, right? Bobby, would you agree with that? Right, especially the way the winter is starting off, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Is there a second?
Yes.
I'll do a roll call vote. Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. 145 carries. 146, payment of bills, Town of Pawling. Again, just the month-to-month expenses that we have to pay every month to keep the lights on. I'll make a motion for resolution 146, payment of bills. Can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion?
So I'm just going to recuse because I didn't get in to see the vouchers this week.
Okay. Okay, so Councilman Migan is going to recuse himself. Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt, aye. 146 carries. 147, authorizing the permanent appointment for the recreational director. So this has been a back and forth process. At the last meeting, we did ask the supervisor-elect, Kathy Giordano, to be involved in the application and interviewing process. We had a couple of applications, only one off the county list. I think there's a 60-day timeline, right, Steph, before you have to hire, otherwise you have to recanvass the list.
We received another extension.
You did receive another extension. I know that the program is going through some issues right now. Sorry, I thought the counselors were still here. I didn't realize they left. We put a lot of effort into this program the last 8 years, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort. We've had some really fantastic results. I just would like to see, my opinion, I think the board should recanvass the list and just interview people again, and you have just a few weeks until January to see if you get any more candidates. I know we did have one really strong candidate internally who is from Pawling and went through Pawling schools and had her kids through Pawling schools and Pawling youth sports. I don't know that she's still interested. Steph, do we know that? I just feel like the one candidate we have is not a strong candidate for Pawling. That's just my opinion. Obviously, the board can do what they wish, and Kathy and all of you all are going to be here in January. Just the resume is not a strong resume for me for someone leading the recreation department. And I think that given the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, you have some time where you could maybe recanvass that list with the county and reach out and give yourselves the opportunity to make that hire at the reorg meeting. But obviously, if you feel that you want to vote on it tonight, you're welcome to do that as well. I just think for a program that was thriving as much as it was with all the stuff we had going on with camp and the different programs and stuff that we had started there, to put someone in place now who's never been a rec director, who's never been an assistant rec director, and quite frankly, her whole resume is.
I thought she interviewed very well. She was very organized. She's got a lot of education, and I think we should move forward.
Yeah. I mean, she's been a funeral director since 2011. Like, for me, I'm like, I don't know if that's what I want leading my rec program, but obviously
I don't feel comfortable
you guys
talking about.
Well, resumes are
candidates.
public information. So I don't mean it in a negative way. I just think it's just in such an active program.
So
You guys can obviously vote on it,
Yeah, well, I'd like to say something. So we've had this position and open for a long time, as we all know. We interviewed said candidate that's on the agenda for tonight. 4 out of the 5 of us agreed that we were willing to hire her. I do think that for the sake of the recreation department, for the sake of everybody that uses the rec, I think it's our due diligence right now to hire a rec director. And it'd be different if we said and I'm just speaking for me, but this was the 4 of us that felt she was the strongest candidate. So I'm going to agree. I think we need to vote for her and get her started, because as it is now, because she did let us know she had a planned vacation, her start date wouldn't be till January 4th. So I'm willing to vote.
Again, this is up to you folks. Obviously, it's and another thing for me is that she declined the position the first time and then only came back in October.
I'd like to just get to the vote.
But
yeah,
so it's up to obviously the discussion of you guys. So someone will have to make a
I'll
motion.
second it.
There was no motion.
There's no motion.
No
I'll make
motion.
a motion. I'll make a motion to vote on hiring the rec director. Where's her name now? Loretta.
Rosa?
7.
147.
Loretta Rosa.
Okay, yep. For the permanent recreation
And this is
director.
also the salary that was advertised, correct?
Correct.
Yes, it is. It is.
60,000 what was advertised.
So I'll second that.
I'll call for a roll call vote. Councilman Migan,
Yes.
Councilwoman Snow,
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy.
One thing is that it is a 6-month probation period. So if things don't work out, she can be terminated. It's not like she has civil service protection until after
certainly.
6 months. So,
That would be for anybody.
correct.
Yeah.
So
Position.
I would vote yes.
Councilwoman Pitt.
Aye.
I won't vote. I feel like a position like this should be, Kathy will have a say in it, so I don't want to vote for something. Kathy, is this a candidate you support as well?
Yes.
All right, I'll cast a vote for it, so I'll make sure, as long as it's in your blessing.
Thank you.
Aye.
I appreciate that.
147 carries.
Great, thank you.
All right, 148, approving the addition of Ed Hauser to the Comprehensive Plan Committee. We know we've had some meetings already kicked off, and we had other candidates come in. And when's the next meeting, Councilman McCarthy, do you know?
It hasn't been set yet.
Okay.
It'll be set in the new year.
Ed has a good is probably the strongest background of anybody, any resident in Pawling. He's been involved in every capacity possible, from town board supervisor, highway superintendent, county legislator, and just a constant volunteer. Pawling Community Foundation. He's been involved in past comprehensive plans as well. The Quick Hill Cemetery. You really could go on. I don't know if there's anybody with a stronger resume for anything in Pawling than Ed Hauser. So I'm glad to see that he wants to be involved in this. It's, in my opinion, the comprehensive plan is so important because it shapes the future for the next 10, 15, 18 years of the town. We have a really, really strong committee so far. And I'm excited to see them go through and utilize that grant and update this plan that is overdue. So I'll make a motion for 148 and then ask for a second.
Second.
Any other discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. 148 passes. Thank you. 149, acknowledgement of a part-time court clerk. I'll make a motion for resolution 149. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. 149 carries. Resolution 150, appointment of Registrar of Vital Statistics. I'll make a motion for resolution 150. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. Thank you. And 151, approval of Freightliner truck purchase. Bobby, thanks for being here. This truck is in our vehicle replacement plan, correct?
Yes.
And the reason we're doing this is because the last one took, 10 months longer than we anticipated to receive?
Well, even if we order this one tonight, it's still going to be 12 to 14 months before.
But it gets us in a 2025 cost rather than updating.
Correct.
Fantastic. All right, as long as it's in our vehicle replacement plan, I'm okay with that. I'll make a motion for resolution 151, approval of Freightliner truck purchase. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion from the board? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. There you go, Bobby.
Thank you.
Thank you. The guys are out there tonight pushing us home, go past the house already. It's not starting off to be a good winter for you guys. Resolution 152, release of timber harvesting restoration bond. Which project is this for?
ASPCA.
Oh, ASPCA, fantastic. Okay, I'll make a motion for resolution 152. Could I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. 152 carries. 153 will be carried across to the reorg meeting. 154, we do this every year as well. They can, for the DEC to conduct their cottontail surveys in the parks. I'll make a motion for resolution 154. Could I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Migan? Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilwoman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt, 154 carries. 155, authorizing the laser fish, upgrade to laser fish system. I did reach out to Bruce and speak to him about this and try and get an idea of why the cost was going to jump so much. He said that he's been quoting it actually the last few years and it just continues to climb. And it's just unfortunately, he said this is coming. So by approving this now, we are saving the town like $13,000 or $14,000 from purchasing it in January. So Kathy, this is something you want us to get done, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, we will get this done as well. I'll make a motion for resolution 155. Can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. And 156, what was it, 156, 2026 refuse and recycling service bids. I'll make a motion for 156. Kathy, you're okay with this one as well, right? Just carrying over to 2026?
I'm sorry, what'd you ask me?
This is okay for you. You're okay with this being voted on. This is to carry over into your term, obviously.
What, the refuse and recycling service bids?
Yeah. You're okay with it?
Why?
You opened them as far as the cost and everything?
Are you okay with that, Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because that's 2026. So I'll make a motion for 156. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt, 156 carries. 157 is also 2026 highway materials, equipment, and rental bids, Bobby?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion for 157. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Councilman Migan. I went out of order. Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt, 157 carries. Okay. Oh, 158, establishing the position of highway foreman as a union classified position and setting his hourly rate for 2026. So Bobby, this is also budget neutral, correct? Right, and this is just because there's that foreman position, which is appointed by the highway super, but gives him some union protection so that he can't just be dismissed. He has some hiring and he has,
Correct, and it keeps everything even, because now, regular town employees have different days off than the union guys.
Mhm.
By putting him in the union, it makes everything fair across the board for all the employees.
and financially, it's the exact same for the taxpayers of Pawling. There's no difference.
What you guys were dealing with.
Yeah. He keeps him the same as all the guys he's working with over there. Thank you very much. All right, I'll make a motion for resolution 158. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. There you go, Bob. And 159, authorizing the supervisor-elect to advertise for open positions. This will give Kathy and the board the ability to get some advertisements out there, also canvas county list for any positions that are available, and just get some people interviewed and get them in here so that they're ready to hit the ground running by January 1st. So I will make a motion for 159 and ask for a second.
Second.
For discussion.
Go ahead.
Let's see, so applications for several positions. I just wanna read this here. The town board, Town of Pawling hereby authorizes advertises for applications for positions which the supervisor elects deems appropriate. So what are we anticipating here being open with what departments?
As far as I know, the legislative aide, the bookkeeper, we need a deputy town clerk. And as of right now, I think the other positions might be covered, but none of that is definite. So those are the three that I'm focusing on.
All right, so legislative aide, bookkeeper, what else?
Deputy town clerk.
No, the dog warden, right, this past week too.
Yep.
Well, this way you can, it covers all of them, all right, Kathy? I just
Correct.
cover every position. So
Right.
you guys can start advertising tomorrow and then maybe start speaking with department heads or employees and get a list together to see who will be here in January and who won't. And just get a firm answer for everybody so that you all can be ready to roll in January. Do we have a second on this, Kathy?
Yes.
We did. Okay, so Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt, aye. 159 carries.
I Pardon the interruption, but there was one other thing that was brought to my attention at about 3:30 this afternoon. The ASPCA is going in front of the Pawling Joint Sewer Commission tomorrow regarding connecting their sewage works to the PJSC. And in connection with that, you remember back in October, the town board authorized the execution of a purchase option agreement to purchase the sanitary sewer facilities at the ASPCA. There's an easement that is going to be given by the ASPCA to the PJSC, and they'd like the town of Pawling, and it's a good idea to also be a grantee so that we can travel over ASPCA lands to access their facilities.
Mhm.
So would it be possible to add that to the agenda tonight so they can go before the PJSC with a complete application tomorrow?
Yeah, what do you need the resolution to say?
Want me to read something that I put together and then somebody make a
Yeah.
motion for it?
Yeah, sure.
So I guess Kathy, I don't mean to step on your toes, but it would be resolution number 160. Whereas by resolution 2025-132 of the town board of the town of Pawling, the board authorized the execution of a purchase option agreement to purchase the sanitary sewer facilities at the ASPCA. And whereas the sanitary sewer facilities were conveyed and transferred to the town, and whereas the ASPCA has made application to the Pawling Joint Sewer Commission to connect its sewerage system, including the grant of an easement to the PJSC and the town for an access on, over, and through the portions of the ASPCA property. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Pawling hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign the proposed easement agreement and any other documentation necessary to effectuate the conveyance of such easement from the ASPCA.
I can just make a motion for that for 160.
So in
Great.
layman's terms, could you explain that?
Sure.
Yeah,
The town actually owns their sewerage facilities,
okay.
and they're giving us an easement over their property to access those facilities,
Thank you.
the right to enter onto.
And then the sewer commissioner will adopt it as well tomorrow night. All right, so we have a
Fingers
motion
crossed.
for 160, and can we have a second for that?
Second.
Any discussion from anybody else? Councilman Migan?
Aye.
Councilwoman Snow?
Aye.
Councilman McCarthy?
Aye.
Councilwoman Pitt?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt? Aye. Thanks. Town board items
Tell me
first.
that? Thank you.
Yeah, I was glad you didn't ask me to read that again. Town board items for special consideration and new business. I'll start with Councilman Migan.
Nothing for me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Snow?
Just the only thing, we had our Rotary coat drive, and this year we took in 500 coats, and all 500 coats are being used. So that's just pretty awesome that between the Resource Center and the library helping out, and that was great. And the only other thing is just to wish everybody very happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and I hope that you all have a holidays full of peace and love. That's it.
Thank you. Councilman McCarthy?
Real quick, Christine sent in the last request for the original grant for the boathouse. So hopefully sometime early next year, we'll receive the last $50,000 that's due to us. So that project and that grant is completed. Along with that, I would like to thank all the employees for everything they've done to help make my job much easier. For those employees that will not be here next year, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. James, it's been a pleasure working with you for the last 8 years. I know there's been times where we didn't always agree, but I do want to thank you for everything you did. And I think we all got a lot accomplished in the last 8 years. So thanks.
Thank you.
And I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Holiday.
Thank you. Councilwoman Pitt?
Just reflecting back, as Jimbo mentioned, as far as our employees, what we just heard, some of our dedicated employees are going to be leaving us, our legislative aide, our bookkeeper, our dog warden. These are going to be very difficult positions to fill with the caliber of people that are currently occupying them. Some have occupied them for a substantial period of time. So we greatly appreciate everything that they've done for us as a board and for us as a township as a whole. Our bookkeeping department, under James, we're talking about a AA bond rating here for our township. Millions of dollars in grant funding. Stephanie worked, our legislative aide, to reconstruct the town website. I know that she has continuously been working on, government email addresses for us, which we're going to figure out how to move forward with. As far as with James, obviously, strengthen our town operations. And all of this was worked with this current board as well as Mr. DeRosa. I'm not forgetting about anybody else? Councilman
Councilman
DeRosa,
Johnson.
right?
Yeah.
Johnson.
And who else?
Councilman Johnson?
Oh, and Councilman Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. So just a couple things, with this current board, since I've been on the board, and maybe Jimbo can fill in a couple of things that took place before me. Local law preventing large solar farms, a conservation advisory board, a comprehensive plan committee, building inspectors, an HR firm, a thriving rec department, strong highway partnership with a complete revamp of the highway department and their equipment, increased road paving budget, upgraded transfer station, a new sewer district to the south for our commercial properties to be able to eventually connect, which we hope really starts taking ground here
Next year.
in 2026. Upgrades to the town hall, ADA compliant bathrooms, Lakeside Park. If you haven't been over there, please go and check out the upgrades that are taking place there for the community as a whole. Blacktop, new roller rink, community garden, safer roadways, building security improvements, the removal of obviously the old inn, the condemned building. That was a huge project. Julian was just here presenting his all-access trail. And, a lot has been accomplished, I feel, within past, since I've been on and before me. So a lot has been accomplished in a relatively, I would say, short period of time with how things move in the bubble of government, quite frankly. So we have achieved quite a bit together, even though there are times when we certainly don't necessarily see eye to eye. We figure out how to put the pieces together and move forward as a team for our community and for our families and for all those who work, visit, and reside here. And we'll see what 2026 brings. Hopefully more of the same. So thanks, James, and thanks to all of our dedicated employees. And I do appreciate all of you, so thank you.
Thank you. I don't have much to say. Just thank you to everybody. Thank you to this board and all the residents who supported us over the last 8 years. It was definitely a shocker walking in here in 2018, in January, having never been on a town board before. But we've built some great relationships, like you said, Councilwoman Pitt, with grant monies from our Assembly and Senate and our federal people, and the ability to work with not only our Republican chair but our Democratic chair on open positions and have that open line of communication and on appointments and bringing people to planning and zoning and bring it back to interviews rather than just reappointing people and it's definitely been ups and downs, but it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for all that stuff you said. The park and the recreation department has been a big focus of mine. The boring part that folks really don't see and is really the meat and potatoes behind the scenes with Christine and I down in the basement. That in 2018 we had about 800,000 in fund balance. Today the town has almost 1.2 million in fund balance. So we've pulled off all of these projects and increased our savings account by almost 50%. And that's with keeping your tax cap under 2% over the last 8 years. Those numbers are black and white. You don't have to like them. They're not political. But the reality is the fund balance in 2018 compared to the fund balance now is $400,000+ more. You had no bond rating in 2018. You have one of the highest bond ratings out of every town in Dutchess County today. And again, that's there in black and white for everybody to see. So financially, you're in a great place. We have, I couldn't have done it without Christine. Obviously, you're the hardest working bookkeeper I've ever met in my life. And, I run a pretty pretty large construction company. I deal with projects and events and fundraisings outside of here. So I deal with a lot of bookkeepers and accountants on a daily basis. You are definitely a smart individual when it comes to numbers. It takes a special person to just stare at a spreadsheet all day long. Because, you know, we don't get to just pick our projects, right? Everyone, Colleen has a focus and Marty has a focus and Jim has a focus. We're all over the place. But the reality is we always need Christine to give us a yes or a no on whether the project is doable. I will just say one thing also. I had a resident reach out recently and they were concerned with they had questions with the financing and how we do the bonding on trucks. So we reached out to all the towns in Dutchess County and over an email and supervisors and mayors. And it's like 95% of the towns all do their financing exactly like us, where they bond big projects and trucks and equipment. Nobody writes a check for $300,000 or $400,000 to buy a highway truck because you're capped on what you're allowed to have in your savings, right? If we go too much beyond where we are now, the state would start looking and say, hey, maybe you're overtaxing your residents, you're holding your money. So they want to see you keep that fund balance around 3 to 4 months worth of what your bills are. So we're very healthy right now. We're lucky. Our fund balance is very, very strong. And this board and Kathy will have are in a good position going forward, especially with the vehicle replacement plans and the road replacement plans we put in place. These are the things that people don't realize. They're not fun or anything, but they're part of the job, and we've been lucky to put them in place. I also like to say that, and I hope that they continue moving forward. But we also employ ORC as our bond counsel, that's the largest bonds council in the United States of America. If you want to look that firm up. As far as bonding money and borrowing, it's not just 3 board members vote up here or 4 board members or 5 board members. Before we do that, we prepare these bonds and they go to our bond council and they review them and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And they're the largest bond council in America. So I hope that the town continues to use them moving forward because that's the best way to have real professionals overseeing this board to make sure that, we don't get out of line with our spending. We're in a good place now. We were in a good place 8 years ago. I think we're in a little stronger place now. The bond rating is fantastic. But good luck to Kathy in January. Good luck to this entire board in January and all the employees. It has been a lot of fun overall. Definitely a great experience, a learning experience for sure. And thank you to everybody who's helped along the way, even all the support and the non-support. It's all been teachable moments. So thank you to all of you. Last item of the agenda tonight will be agenda and non-agenda items. Please state your name and address for the record and try and keep your comments around 3 minutes. Seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thought it was going to be a lot longer.
I can't see. Are they not streaming?